What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Get this question a lot. People saying, when should I bulk? And what body fat should I start bulking at? How much should I bulk to? And I have a simple rule of thumb. And it's written in most of my articles, but I still get tweeted, Facebook, Instagram. I get a bunch of messages on this every single day, emailed, you name it. And I just want to state for the record that it is my belief that you should start a bulk at around 8% body fat or lower. And I do not believe you have any reason to get above 15% body fat unless, of course, you just don't care and you want to get a little bit chunky and it doesn't bother you. But for optimal purposes, what I found through experience, not studies, is again, if you start lean or if you start at 8%, you gain 0.5 to 1 pound a week. That gives you more time to be able to gain lean mass before you hit that 15% mark. Also, if you start cutting, say you're at 12%, you cut down to 8%, you start slowly building back up, gives you a chance to prime your body, start building the calories, and gain 0.5 to 1 pound a week. When you're losing fat, you want to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. That's the rule of thumb. So if you're wondering, if you're at like 20% body fat, okay, and you want to start bulking, you're not really going to get much out of it because you already have a lot of energy stores. Fat is simply stored energy. So if you're eating in a caloric surplus, you're already 20%, it's not going to have that much of a benefit on your body. It's just going to make you well fatter. And the fatter you get, the longer it takes to lose. The longer it takes to lose, the more chances you have of losing that valuable lean mass that you've worked long and hard to gain. Now, if you are over 15% body fat, I would diet down till you get to around 8 or even as low as 6%, depends where you want to go. But I would not start bulking anywhere near 8. Now, there are some caveats to the rule. One is if you are skinny fat. If you have very little lean mass, I have some clients that are 13, 14% body fat that just don't have the training experience or the lean mass to sustain cutting down to 6 to 8% body fat. For them, I'd gain 0.5 to 1 pound a week. And I'd gain weight until, well, you start putting on more lean mass, and then you're able to cut down. And that could take a long time to get your goals. Even then, I don't see them needing to go much over 15 to 20% body fat. Now, if you are fat, if you are over fat, if you're over 20%, don't eat in a caloric surplus unless, of course, you just don't care. If you're at 6 to 8% body fat, unless you're getting on stage, I wouldn't cut at all. I would try to gain lean mass or maintain whatever you want to do. Some people are like, you know, I'm cool here. I'm just going to maintain this. For them, I say more power to you. Just make it so your calories are adjusted so that you stay at around the same weight. Now, as for when to cut, if you gain lean, if you start gaining and you get up to that 15% mark, your abs start going away and you want abs, that's a great time to cut. Again, cut down to 6 to 8% and then lean bulk at 0.5 to 1 pound a week of gains. And I think you'll be in a good spot. Now, I am going to link down below 2 books I have written for this purpose. One is the 12-week lean mass plan, which is a gain plan where you start at around 8% body fat and you gain lean mass. The other is the fat loss factor book where you lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. And it also mentions in that book how to transition. For example, in the lean mass book, it tells you how to basically adjust your calories, how to basically come from a diet and build up to get back to where you're at. These are bro-based diets, you know, where it's meal plan based because that's the best way to write for the mainstream. Trying to explain to the mainstream how to measure calories is very tough to do. So what I do is I give food options. I use the diabetic exchange because the diabetic exchange is simple. It doesn't require overthinking and it's easy to order the right food choices when you're out. Because at the end of the day, food choices, while it won't make or break a diet, they do help. Because it's much harder to overeat on chicken and broccoli than it is to overeat on Pop-Tarts and gravy. Not together, that's just disgusting. So that's it, guys. Go ahead, take a look at these. Hopefully this advice helped you. And when is the right time to bulk? And when is the right time to cut? It's a question I get all the time. So go ahead, give this a try. And the bottom line is you want to maximize, you know, I don't want to get too fat because I want to look like a bodybuilder year round. Granted, I stay leaner than most, but that's from years of doing this style of dieting. And I believe it'll help you too. I'm Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Because maintaining your lean mass and still making gains and staying lean and sexy.